see that the opposite sex is noticing you also.
Yeah.
And you know that excitement of being, also at home, they start to treat you differently. And thinking about grade 8, actually I met some of the people that I'm still friends with even today.
From grade 8?
From grade 8.
Wow.
And there's one particular guy, even today, he even married my sister. My cousin, my cousin sister. So even today we're still friends, and I think that's the most that I remember. I guess also trying to find yourself, that's when I guess the dreams started coming. In fact, because even my writing started. I think it was grade 8 when I started writing and mimicking artists. Because I used to love KyGi, by the way, because of the voice. I used to play around, singing like him, and
Yeah. When you get to high school, it's your first year, especially during your years.
Yeah.
There was that thing you could see when you get to high school, they will bully you. Did you get bullied at your first year?
No, not at all. I was never bullied at primary. I was never bullied at high school. I guess, people always tell me that first time when they meet me, I've got this serious face. I think that worked to my advantage to some level because I was never bothered, man. I was just one quiet person, and I would talk to you when you talk to me.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe the bullies were intimidated by that. I don't know, but well, it worked for me. But I never had any issues with bullying. I've never been bullied in my life, and I think for me, high school was okay. I was happy.
Here is grade 9, grade 10, and grade 11.
Yeah.
You are now starting to. You are now starting to recognize some of the things. You are familiar with the school. You are familiar with most of the learners.
Yeah.
The teachers, they start to recognize you. You start have new friends and all that.
Yeah.
You start dating. Some of us, we started smoking. Some of us, we started dating. Some of us, we started just that stage. For you, I was grade 9, grade 10, and grade 11.
From grade 9. I think those were the toughest years of my life. Grade 9 till I finished my matric, man. I think, that's when I started to realize that actually we're not as privileged as I thought we were. Because I remember my dad lost his job. My mom, because of her calling, she had to stop working also.
Okay.
And then soon after that, that's when my dad lost his job. And it was tough, man. I won't lie to you. From grade 9, it was bad.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you, it was bad to a point where I didn't have school shoes. A lot of people don't know that, but I didn't have school shoes. I used to wear my dad's shoes, and they were big.
When you go to school.
Especially in winter. But during other seasons, I will just go to school barefoot. Only in winter I will borrow me his pair of shoes. And I was one of those people where once they buy you shoes, they have to last you for 2 years, basically 2-3 years. Actually, the longer they can last you, the better. So it was tough, man. It was tough, and throughout that, you're trying to find yourself. And during those years, we were doing roughly 12, 13 subjects or something. So you are all over the place. You're trying to find yourself. But regardless of that, I still did good. Did good at school. I was always on the top 10 of the grade, and I was always on top of my class still. So I was still doing good. I was still good. I believe, I was... when it comes to that, God did bless me with that knowledge or the intelligence. Regardless of whatever I'm going through, I still found my calling or what He had given me, So, I'm grateful for that. But, it was tough, but doable.
Grade 12, you are now a senior.
Yeah.
Some of the learners, they are looking up to you. Some of them, they're inspired with your schoolwork. Some of your classmates, they start to associate themselves with you.
Yeah.
How was your grade 12 days?
Pretty okay because I think it was either late grade 11 or early or beginning of my grade 12. That's when my dad also got a job. I think it was 3 years down the line or 3+ whatever the period was. But yeah, I started also, he got a job and things started turning around. Also, starting to buy shoes and whatnot.
Yeah.
The focus came because again, I've always been focused.
Yeah.
So, but the focus became more because I had less things to worry about now. So I just focus on my school because I used to love playing soccer. In fact, funny enough, I played soccer big time. But my matric, I decided to stop soccer after June. That year, I was like, I'm no longer playing soccer. I just want to focus. I want to pass my matric. And
it was your personal decision, or somebody advised you?
No, it was my personal decision because I loved soccer. I played soccer in the township, played for different club, and but when I got after June, I decided, you know what, I want to pass my matric and I want to do good. I'm just gonna focus on it. And funny enough, I was also planning to go to the initiation school by myself. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even tell my parents. It's like I'll tell them after my final exam. And that was already in my head. I was planning my journey throughout there, and I was like, you know what? When I stop soccer, when I focus, I need to pass good. So yeah, that was a personal choice. No one
advised
me in any way or planted the seed. And no, not at all.
The matric farewell. Did you go to the matric farewell?
Yes, no, I did.
Okay. And you got everything that you wanted for matric farewell?
Not really. I didn't get everything I wanted.
Okay. Maybe 1 or 2 items.
The rest I had to use what I had. But look, I'm not complaining, man. Yeah. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
It was what it was then, and I don't regret it.
In the date.
Yes.
You must have a date for matric farewell.
Yeah.
So you had the courage to go and ask this lady, you know what, can you please be my date for matric farewell or what?
Yeah, I did. Actually, funny enough, my cousin actually asked my cousin because we were doing matric together, just on a different class. She was actually a shy person. She didn't have a date. And for me to see her going through that, I was like, no, man. She must be happy too.
Yeah.
So for me, it always starts with family. Family is something that's very close to my heart. So I always start at home before I go out. So I decided I'm going to rather take her with me. She must be my date than to ask someone else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went on a date with, my cousin was my date.
Okay.
So yeah.
Tertiary level. Which school did you go to?
I studied at UJ. I went to UJ, University of Johannesburg. I studied BA.
Which campus? Duurfontein?
No. Auckland Park.
Auckland Park.
Park. Yeah, the main campus. I think that's the main one. Yeah, the main Auckland Park. I studied 3-year BA degree in audiovisual communications. So that's what I studied. But funny enough, I stayed at home for 3 years after my matric.
Before you go to
Before
university.
I went to varsity because we didn't have the funds for me to go study. I didn't know anything about NEPSAS and all that stuff. I've tried to apply for a couple of bursaries, but when it comes to Bachelors of Arts, it's not easy for you to really get a bursary or a sponsorship. It's always those selected subjects. Because I remember even during high school days, every time the motivational speakers, the career guidance people will come through, it will always be about certain career paths that you need to take. Your
math, science,
your
doctor,
lawyers, all those things. They never spoke about creative side of things or your film, television, because I've always been creative. I loved drawing since I was young. I love writing stories because I do write. Even now I I've got a couple of movies